All right, daily blog time. Walking out the front door. Big dog. You'll meet him in a second. That's Severus. He has decided that he wants to go for a walk. Now, I did not know this when I started walking down my ramp. Severus, he's an asshole. He does this just to piss me off. But anyway, he told me that we were going to take a walk, and so we're going to take a walk. First, though, as you can see, I'm prepared for these emergencies. I'm going to scoop this up one-handed. And proof that this is not a one-time occurrence, because he's an asshole. This is a hole that has been slowly filled in with Severus poop. Today is November 2nd. And we're going to take old Sevy Poo on a walk. Now, he's out here peeing right now. There he is. Severus is a Mastiff. He's a champion Mastiff. He finished his championship at 12 months and 3 days old with a 4-point, 5-point, and 5-point major. That is Lucy. Lucy decided that she lived here. No one invited Lucy. Lucy just hung around for 2 months, 4 Christmases ago, and she just never left. Severus, well, he's my last Mastiff. My wife and I, Laura, have kept Mastiffs since 2001, and Severus is our last one. He's 7.5 years old. He's entering his final stages, but he likes to walk in the woods. So he is taking me on a walk. I'm not walking Severus. Severus is walking me. Lucy's along for the ride. Now, you see, Severus knows where he wants to go. He wants to smell things. He wants to pee on things. I call this Bee Alley because of all the honeybees that are over here on these flowers. Except I don't see, oh, they're here. There's bees all over this. I don't know, and yellow jackets and bees, and I don't know if you can see them, but that's some scary stuff right there. They're everywhere. You can hear them. You may be able to hear them. There's so many of them. Come on, Sev, let's not go that way. There's a bumblebee right there. Anyway, come on, Sev. This way. You're going to get stung. Severus, come. I hope you can hear that. That was a pileated woodpecker that was singing to us just there. I cut these paths in my fields so that my grandchildren, you'll meet them too, can play hide and seek. There's nothing more fun than playing in these tall grass stuffs. But right now you cannot do it in this section because of, again, all the bees. The flowers bring the bees, and the bees are crazy this time of year. They're finishing up. We're heading south on my property here. We're going to walk along this terrace. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you can see it. Anyway, Severus, where are you? He's got his own things. Like I said, I'm trying to impose my will of where I want him to walk, and he's dutifully ignoring me. We're going along. I call this the Papa Path. You can see it. This is a good part of it. Some of it's, I have to actually walk around trees, and that's unfortunate. I have lost my dog. All right, let's see if we can find him. probably eating grass. He could be eating muscadines. I have a mile of muscadine vines. There's Lucy. She found me. A mile of muscadine wire. We're a little past, there he is. A little past prime muscadine season. Come on, you big galoot. Severus! He's probably eating rabbit shit. Stop it! Lucy, come on. Lucy, no! You could be eating a rabbit. Hey, leave it alone. Come on, Sev, go. This is life with Severus. Not trying to make y'all seasick or anything. We're off our path. Come on, Sev, this way. Lucy will catch up. Sevy Sev is following along. So, I'm trying to do more walks because walking is supposed to be good for you. I believe it, so I'm doing it. Also, my wife is away from home, so I'm going to make videos so that she can see how I spend part of my time. Yes, there's other folks that might mildly be interested. My children, I sincerely doubt it. But he's back there. Well, speaking of mastiffs, up here is my graveyard. Not very well kept. I've got 24 mastiffs buried up there. A cat, a couple other dogs that my daughter-in-law had. The pile that is got rocks piled on top of it, that's our last one that died. That was Allie. She died a couple months ago. Lucy. Oh my God. She died a couple months ago. Alright guys, let's go back to the path. Back to the Papa path. Papa is what my grandchildren call me. There are 6 of them. They are in descendancy of age. Nick, Owen, Connor, Bayless, Lachlan, 5 boys in a row. And finally, we got a little girl. Her name is Dylan. She is the apple of her grandma's eye. Alright, this part of the path is a little sketch because it hasn't been worn in well. I'm changing from one elevation to another. I'm going slightly uphill because I'm wanting to get to this terrace. Hopefully you can see that terrace right there. This is where I'm going. And the reason why we're walking along this terrace is because on this side, the left side, I'm going to leave that wooded. And on this side, which also happens to be the top of the hill, hopefully soon, my law and I will start building our house. We moved out here 18 years ago, and 18 months after I moved out here, I expected to have started building the house. But the house we were living in didn't sell. One thing led to another, and we're still living in the mobile home that we put out here to live in temporary. Has become the home that she and I have lived in the longest in our lives. Still walking along this terrace. This one's not as clean as the other one. I'll fix that. I've been doing this walk the last several days. It'll get easier. I'm gonna have to walk out here with the sling blade. Not sling blade, that's funny. With the machete. Huh. I always go that way. That's gotta get cleaned up. Still following the terrace. Terrace walking is good exercise. They're relatively flat. This is the draw that hopefully will be our backyard. And we do get the house built. It's actually quite beautiful over there. And that's looking back towards where we started. We're about 300 yards away from the house. Where we started, that's the top of the hill. Where we're going to put the house. I'm thinking about, maybe so if anybody watches this, they can comment. Thinking about coming in here and leveling the top of this hill. And by leveling, I mean come back maybe 20 feet from the terrace that I'm standing on and go back to where Lucy is standing, and from that point everything that's at that elevation in is the same height. That would be nice to have a nice flat area up there. Severus says let's go this way. If you watch Sev, you'll see he stumbles a little bit. He used to be an extremely graceful dog, very athletic, but mastiffs age so fast. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. He doesn't seem to have full control of himself, but he ain't ready to be done yet either. Severus, come over here. Severus, come over here. Step over right here. Helping the dog. Come on, you'll get tangled up in them briars. Lucy's just gone. Okay, you did it. Grasshopper in the woods. Oh, it's a frog. Get it. It's an arrow frog. A cricket frog, I'm sorry. I'll get it right in a minute. Cricket frog. Yep. Do you see him? I see him. He's right. Oh, where's my finger? There. That's why I leave the camera on. Because if you don't see the cool stuff. It doesn't get captured. So this is boring. But that's just the way it is. So now I can walk, and Locke can walk with me. La doesn't get out much. She's allergic to grass. Which is a horrible allergy if you think about it. Now we're a little below the elevation where the terrace was, but not much. There's no terrace on this side. The hill drops off. It's real hard to show you hills elevations, but the hill's just going down in a hurry right there. Pretty steep angle, probably 20 degrees. Now we'll start heading back towards the house. This burn pile, we have a burn ban here in Georgia that goes from I think it's the end of May until the end of September. You don't get to burn in there, and so stuff grows up. But when it does become time to burn it, like I said, I keep the fields are grown up except for paths, so the boys can play hide and seek. So when you get ready to burn it, you got to clear out around it so that you can actually light the fire. Rabbit poop. All right, Severus, you'll notice, pees like a girl. There's a reason for that. He got a cyst, and it got stuck, and they couldn't get the dang thing out. So I'm moving a rock. I know y'all didn't see that. The cyst got stuck, and he couldn't pee. And he damn near died. His doctor, the great Emily Kaiser, did a procedure on him called a PU, which is where they cut a hole in him. Then they cut the urethra, a hole in the urethra, and he pees through that. It's it's right behind where his penis bone is. You can see we got several paths to choose from here. Let's go down. And with that hole in his urethra, there's no urine trying to come out of his penis. So his penis is somewhat superfluous now. And he's got a hole behind his penis in the skin, finally granulated and healed up. Now, most dogs that get a PU, they don't live very long, but because they were able to make the hole so large, because Severus, in case I didn't tell you, Severus weighed 235 at his max. I'd say he's probably every bit of 215 right now. Because the hole was so large, it hasn't healed up. It hasn't even tried. So he does get urinary tract infections pretty commonly. But we treat those, and he keeps going. He's had this for 3 years now. And yeah, I do think it's taking its toll on him. But he's had a full measure in Mastiff years. So Emily saved his life. We're walking back towards the house now. On a different terrace. Terrace walking. The one thing about these walks, even though I walk very similar paths every day, they're always different. Something happens. They're rarely the same. Muscadines are past their peak. Holy smoke, can you believe all those grapes? May be able to find one that's edible. Yeah, that one will do. So he's still sealed up. Although that hole, yeah, that's good. This one, do that. It's a little capsule of wine. Grapes will ferment on their own. You don't really have to do anything. There's yeast on the skins, and as they dehydrate, the yeast, I don't know, somehow it makes its way in, and the grape berry, it ferments all on its own. So you get she is so fat. You get these little pockets of wine. All right. So we're walking back towards the house. There's my old truck. We call it Barney. Gray Suburban actually belongs to my son. It's his third vehicle. It's a school bus when I pick up the children. We've got cars all over the place. Under the shelter over there, we've got a 1987 BMW 535i and a 1974 BMW 3.0 CS. Behind the house, you can see a white Suburban and a black Suburban. The white Suburban is in process of being repaired. The black Suburban is the same year model as the gray Suburban, so we keep it around for parts. The 87 BMW, I call her Lagartha, and the 3.0 CS Ragnar, like Vikings. This is a 1973 Porsche 914. Oh, and a chameleon. This is why you always have the camera out. He's not really a chameleon. That's what people around here call him. He's a Carolina Annull. He's gray, grayish brown, because he's on this tarp. I ain't hunting you, son. Oh, he slid off. He was sliding down the hill. That was funny. He's coming to me. But as you can tell, they are quite agile. Whoa, he's fast. We're going to quit bothering him. I tend to not like. The Porsche is called Voodoo Blue, so that's the color I'm going to paint it. We'll show you more about that later. We have a 1964 Massey Ferguson 35 diesel power steering. 64 was the year they changed from the round body style to the square. From the last of the round body style, they started building them like the square body styles that came before it. So in 64 you could get power steering, and you couldn't on any of the ones before that. And the square body style that came after this round body style, you could get it. So, all right, there's the hood and trunk lid from Voodoo Blue. Under this cover is Honey. Honey is the name that my friend Chuck gave this car. I bought it from him. Honey is a 1976 Mercedes 450 SL. She's gonna be nice one day. Just give me a little bit more time. We're working on converting Honey from continuous injection or K-Jetronic, Bosch K-Jetronic, to Mega Squirt. I'm going in the shop. Shop is chaos. The way my grandfather kept his shop, my great-grandfather. But this is the intake manifold that's going to be on Honey now. This is from a 74. It's older, and we're having to manufacture some parts here. But we're also 3D printing some parts. We're doing a lot to make this manifold work. on the other car. Throttle's going to be interesting. And this is the old intake manifold. So, honey is the active project. The projects go, and they've been sitting a while, but I've started working on them. It goes honey to the white Suburban, which is Volley Bear. That's a 454 K2500 1996 Suburban. Not a rare car, but a really nice truck. The sails are above honey, not to keep water off of her, but to keep limbs from falling on her and beating her up. That's what the sails are for. So, that's that. We have 3 more pets. They're in here. We've had these 3 goldfish since 2009, and it's 2022 now, so they're 13 years old. They used to live over there on the hill where the graveyard was when I had goats. The goats are gone, and the goldfish still remain. You put goldfish in the water, they eat the mosquito larvae. They eat it well. So, yep. I'm still here. So that was the walk with Jim for this morning. I'll do another one this afternoon. Try to record one of them every day. I don't think there's much point in recording the armadillo hunting that I do in the middle of the night. But there's one good thing about this trip. We don't have to clean up massive poop on the way back in. Going up, big dog. We're back.